Hey everybody, this is Mac again with The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last time we got up to the Great Deku Tree, but since then I have shut the game off, and now I'm restarting it. We're going to skip this intro. You saw this in the very first intro. Very first movie. Alright. Here's something I didn't mention about files earlier. There's your, the amount of hearts that you have, and the big number next to it is the amount of game overs that you've gotten, where you had to restart from a previous save. And, so far it's 0 because we haven't died yet. But, okay, my friend RJ, he hasn't died either, and he's got 4 hearts and a Kokiri Emerald, which is the big prize you get for beating the first dungeon. Yeah, you get a pretty stone. That's about it. But it's an important pretty stone. This is my first file. I collected everything and still had no game overs, as you could see. So, not to be bragging or anything, but I'm fucking awesome at this game. So let's go back to our file, and we're gonna continue. Yeah, for some reason you start off inside your house. It's like, you know what, I was a pussy after all. I'm gonna hide in my house. You can, pick up pots when you're inside. As you can see, I'm not allowed to use my sword. The sword is, like, gray. I can pick up the pot, though, and throw it, and nothing comes out, so I just wasted money by, buying a pot and then destroying it. Oh well. Now you're gonna go back outside, climb down the ladder. You can just fall down the ladder by pressing A while you're climbing it.
Be here already.
Hold on a sec, everybody. No, he's not here yet, Christian. I'm gonna have to edit this part out. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. I just had to reprimand my brother. And I also didn't really show you how to save, unless you noticed in the top. It says save is the green button, which on a Nintendo 64 controller, the green button is B and the blue button is A. So whenever I say to press A, it's usually in order to do whatever in the blue circle, and the A button is green on a GameCube controller, so try not to get confused. The B button is red on a GameCube controller, but it's green on a Nintendo 64 controller. So your sword and in order to save is going to be the B button. When you're paused on any screen, press the B button and it'll say, would you like to save? You select yes or no, and then it says game saved. Then you press A again to go back to the game. If you want to unpause without saving or having to go through that save option, press start again. It says return over a red circle, because on the Nintendo 64 the start button is a red button, but it's a small gray button on the GameCube controller, so you just press resume. Alright, and now we're gonna make our way back over to the Deku Tree. What the hell do you want? Come on, don't be a pussy. Go into the tree. Why, have you seen everybody else going inside of Deku Trees lately? Let's collect some more Deku sticks here. Yeah. Okay. So now that that's taken care of, now we have all 10 Deku sticks that you can carry. That's why the number's green. But here we go. Now when we go inside of Mario here. So yeah, it's some pretty scary stuff. If you have a smaller constitution, which means if you're a small person, or maybe if you are scared, you might not want to play this game anymore. But otherwise, you're going to go inside, because it is just a video game. Okay, this is the inside of the Deku Tree, the first dungeon of the game. And a relatively easy dungeon at that. Okay. Alright, now some of the screens are going to be a little different. namely the map screen. Now that we're inside, the map is going to be the inside of the dungeon rather than outside, because I'm pretty sure we don't need a map of Hyrule Field while we're inside the Deku Tree. This is the amount of floors that you've visited. I don't have the dungeon map yet, so you can only see where you've been. So far, this is only the first room on the first floor of the dungeon. And when I get to the higher floors, I'll be able to press up and down on this to select which floor I want to look at. And the floor with Link's face next to it is the floor that Link is currently located on. And the flashing room is the flashing room is where Link is currently located. The 3 boxes next to the map are gonna be the spots for the dungeon map and the compass and the boss key, but boss key only occurs in the 4th dungeon and up, so you're not gonna have to worry about that for the first 3 dungeons. Next to the words inside the Deku Tree, a gold Skulltula emblem will appear when you've killed and collected the token for every gold Skulltula in this dungeon. And that goes for every area of every map. And there are 100 in total throughout the game, and throughout this tutorial I'll be able to help you get each gold Skulltula token as soon as it's available to get. And I'll keep a inventory from now on through each major section of the game. So, starting with now, so far you should have the Kokiri Sword, the Deku Shield, Kokiri Tunic, and Kokiri Boots. And you should have Deku Sticks, and possibly Deku Nuts if you actually decided to buy them at the store. And that's basically it for what you should have by now. Just give me a second to look through my notes here. Okay, and your total health should be 3 hearts, but that's a no-brainer. You've got no Ocarina songs, no temporary or side quest items. You're not going to have any empty bottles yet. And you don't have any gold Skulltulas, heart pieces, upgrades, or boss heart containers of any sort, and no Great Fairy upgrades.